Hi, welcome back. We're living in crazy times. It's not just the virus, it's not just the politics, it's everything. Talk about stress. People are on edge and easily offended by everything they see online or hear somebody say, and it's just crazy. But do we have to be offended by everything? You know, I used to work at a store that my brother managed, and some of the cashiers were offended if someone didn't leave the change in the drawer the right way, or if some customer wore something they didn't like. I'm like, talk about stress. Why would you go through all that? Just, decide not to be offended by that kind of thing. For me, the great strategy is when I see something that might have been offensive, I would think to myself, what else could it mean? Because we have a tendency to jump to a negative conclusion, but by asking a better question, like we talked about before, like what else could it mean, it might save us from jumping to that negative conclusion and takes a lot of the stress away. Let me tell you what I mean. This was a big one with my students. I can't tell you how often something would come up in school that would make everybody crazy. So the what else could it mean was a way of like diffusing the situation. Let me give you an example. Say you're in the high school, it's pre-COVID, so it's pretty crowded and everybody's in the hall, and you're walking and you see your teacher and he gives you a dirty look. What does that mean? Now, I just asked you a question, so your brain went to an answer. My guess is you went to a negative answer, right? That the teacher's mad at you. What did I do? What is this all about? That's where the brain sort of naturally goes. But when you ask yourself, what else could it mean? Here's some of the answers that my students came up with. He could be looking at someone else, maybe somebody behind you. You've done that before. You wave at somebody and they're waving at the person behind you. So it might not have been looking at you at all. Or, maybe they were upset about something happening in their own life. Or maybe they had a stomach ache. All these suggestions are very possible, and they all have nothing to do with you. And if you jump to the conclusion, now you're immediately going into fight or flight. He's mad at me. What did I do? Da-da-da-da. As opposed to, it might have nothing to do with me. I mean, he could be mad at you. The chances are it's probably not the case. So given a choice, why not ask a better question that will keep the stress down? As Dr. Wayne Dyer said, stop looking for reasons to be offended. Simple strategy, another app for the smartphone, worth a try. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Until then, keep shining.